Welcome to the fifth session of Module 4 CAMS. So in this session we are going to solve a numerical on different types of follower motion. So the first problem is, so this is the statement of the problem. Using the following data, synthesize the CAM profile operating a roller follower. So here synthesize is nothing but we need to draw the CAM profile, and here in the first line itself they mentioned the type of follower. So it is a roller follower. Okay, so the motion for outstroke, so outstroke is by simple harmonic motion SHM, and cam rotation during outstroke is 120 degree. So theta O is given, and the type of motion for the outstroke is also given. Next, so the maximum lift of a follower is a 40 mm, which is nothing but stroke length. So this is stroke length. Offset of follower is 10 mm. So this is not the radial follower. So the type of follower is offset follower, and it is offset by 10 mm. We are going to assume that it is towards the right side. Okay. So next, diameter of the roller. Since the type of follower is a roller follower, so they need to give the diameter of the roller follower. So the diameter of the roller follower is 14 mm. Next, diameter of the base circle. So it is 40 mm. So base circle is the uh, smallest circle which decides the shape of the cam, right? So the diameter of the base circle is given, which is 40 mm. Next, motion of return stroke is by uniform acceleration and retardation. So return stroke is by UARM. So return stroke is by UARM. So then cam rotation angle during the return stroke is 80 degree. So during return stroke its angle is 80 degree. Then speed of the cam is 1000 rpm and it is rotating in clockwise direction. Therefore we need to divide the cam profile in the anti-clockwise direction. So next, angle of dwell in highest position of the follower is 60 degree. So theta d1 is given, that is first dwell, the angle is given 60 degree. Determine maximum velocity and acceleration during the outstroke and return stroke of a follower. So we need to determine maximum velocity and acceleration, so both during outstroke as well as return stroke. So outstroke is by simple harmonic motion, return stroke is by UARM. So we need to use the respective formulas in order to find the maximum velocity as well as acceleration. So let us extract the given data. So stroke length given is 40 mm and outstroke angle is 120 degree. First dwell is 60 degree. Return stroke is 80 degree, and theta d2 we have to calculate, that is 360 minus sum of all the angles. Okay, so we got 100 degree for a second dwell. So in order to draw the cam profile, always the first step is we have to draw the displacement diagram. So in order to draw the displacement diagram, we need to take proper scale or suitable scale. So here in this case, we are considering 1 centimeter is equals to 20 degree. Therefore, theta O becomes 6 centimeter, theta D1 becomes 3 centimeter, return stroke theta R becomes 4 centimeter, and the second dwell becomes 5 centimeter. So now always first step in the displacement diagram is we have to draw the two horizontal lines. So distance between these two horizontal lines should be equals to the stroke length. So in the problem given, stroke length is equals to 40 mm. Okay, so once we draw this horizontal line, next we have to divide these horizontal lines into different strokes. So the first one is outstroke. So take 6 centimeter. So mark 6 centimeter on this horizontal line, then draw the vertical lines. Next, take 3 centimeter from this line, then mark a line and draw a vertical line like this. So next one is return stroke, which is a 4 centimeter. So measure 4 centimeter from this line, then draw a vertical line. So last one is uh, second dwell which is 5 centimeter. So measure 5 centimeter from this line and draw a vertical line. Okay, so now these are the different stroke. This is the out stroke, whereas this is first dwell, return stroke, then this is the second dwell. So we have to name each strokes and respective angles like this. This is 120 degree, this is 60 degree, this is 80 degree, and this is 100 degree. Okay, so once this much is over, so next important step is we have to divide or split this out stroke and return stroke by same equal number of even parts. So now for our convenience, we are taking 6 equal number of parts. So first we have to divide the out stroke by 6 equal number of parts. Similarly, return stroke also we have to divide the 6 equal number of parts. So once we divide this out stroke and return stroke by 6 equal number of parts, so we have to draw lines from each number. So here 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So like that we have numbered in the forward direction. Therefore from each number we have to draw the vertical line. Since outstroke is by SHM, we have to draw the semicircle. So identify the midpoint of this vertical line. So by keeping at this point and take the radius of this horizontal line, then draw a semicircle like this. Since outstroke is by SHM, so draw the semicircle. Then we have to divide this semicircle by the same number of equal parts. Since we have considered or we have split this outstroke and return stroke by 6 number of parts, therefore we have to divide this semicircle by the same number of equal parts. So therefore we are dividing this semicircle into 6 equal parts. Then from the center of this semicircle, so draw a line through each numbers. Means we are splitting this semicircle into 6 parts. Okay, so once the dividing of this semicircle is over, from each division draw a horizontal line till it reaches the or touches the vertical line of a outstroke. So this is the first cutting point. Similarly, from the number 2, second division of the semicircle, draw a line, horizontal line, till it reaches the second vertical line of outstroke. Similarly, from the number 3, then 4, 5, and for 6 no need to draw a line because it has already it has a horizontal line which is touching the construction line. Okay, so once we draw a line from each numbers, then we have to locate the cutting points. So these are the cutting points. So wherever the horizontal line touches or cuts the vertical line, so locate it as a cutting points. Then we have to number by using small letters A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay, so once we locate the cutting points, then using smooth curve we have to join all the cutting points like this. Use a smooth curve, join all the cutting points. So for dwell, so simply draw a horizontal line like this. Okay, because there is no movement for the movement of the follower during the first dwell period. So coming to the return stroke, so return stroke also we have to divide by the same equal number of parts, that is 6. Next, from each number draw a vertical line. Then we have to identify which type of a follower. Since it is UARM, uniform acceleration retardation motion, identify the middle line. Okay, so in this return stroke, 3 is the middle line. So we have to divide this number 3 line into same equal number of parts. Okay, so we are dividing it into 6 equal number of parts. Then identify the corner points. So this is one corner point and this is another corner point, because so the follower is in the dwell period or dwell stroke. Therefore, in order to return to its original position, so it has to pass through this return stroke like this. This is the starting point and this is the end point. So through these corners, draw a line to each numbers. So Since there are 6 numbers, from each corner draw 3 lines. So from here 5, 4 and 3 over. Next, from the opposite corner, so draw a line, next second line and third line, like this. So from opposite corners we have to draw 3 lines. So once this is over, next we have to identify the cutting points. See, this is the first line cutting the first vertical line. Therefore, this is the first cutting point. Next, this is the second cutting point. This is third one, fourth one, fifth one and sixth one. So once we mark the cutting points, then we have to name it using small letters A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay. Now using smooth curve, we have to join all the cutting points like this. So this blue line represent the return stroke. Again we have a dwell, therefore simply draw a straight line, horizontal line. So next important step is we have to draw the cam profile. So first we have to understand whether it is a radial follower or offset follower. Since it is a offset follower, and we have to consider the offset distance. So offset distance given in the problem is 10 mm from the axis of the cam, and we are assuming that so this 10 mm towards the right side of the cam axis. Okay, so the first step is we have to draw the base circle, so whose radius is 20 mm or the diameter is 40 mm. First draw always base circle, then draw vertical line, draw horizontal line for reference. For reference, draw vertical line and a horizontal line. Then concentric to this base circle, we have to draw another small circle whose radius is equals to 10 mm, because we have to locate offset follower. So in order to obtain the offset distance, first draw a circle whose radius is equals to 10 mm. Okay, so tangent to this, draw a vertical line. So tangent to this small circle, draw a upward direction vertical line. Okay, so next we have to locate the roller follower. So here the roller follower axis should pass through the tangent of this small circle. So this distance from the axis now is 10 mm, because this radius is 10 mm. This circle radius is 10 mm. Therefore, so the distance between axis of the cam and axis of the follower is 10 mm. So here the follower radius is 7 mm. Follower radius is 7 mm. So take 7 mm radius, draw a circle and locate the follower in this position. So once this much is over, we have to draw the prime circle, because whenever there is a roller follower, be careful, base circle is not the reference for us in order to divide the circle into different stroke. Okay, since this is a roller follower, we have to draw the prime circle. So what do you mean by prime circle? So prime circle is a circle which is passing through the center of the roller follower. Prime circle is a circle which is passing through the center of the roller follower. So this is nothing but a prime circle. Okay, so once this much is over, next we have to draw a line for reference. See, this line should be from the center of a roller follower to the center of the base circle. So draw a line from the center of roller follower to the center of the base circle. So using this line, we are going to split this circle into different strokes. Since it is rotating in a clockwise direction, this is the direction of rotation. So we have to divide this circle in the anti-clockwise direction. So first stroke is the out stroke, which is 120 degree from this slant line. So consider this line as a reference in order to divide the circle. So this is the first stroke, out stroke. Next one is the first dwell, which is 80 degree. First dwell is 80 degree. So next one is return stroke, which is, sorry, so here first dwell angle is 60 degree, here small correction, this is 60 degree, and return stroke is 80 degree, and remaining is a second dwell, so no need to represent the second dwell value. So once you split this circle into different stroke, that is out stroke, first dwell and return stroke, then we have to divide this out stroke and return stroke by 6 equal number of parts. While dividing also, so don't divide the base circle, because your base circle is not the reference for us, prime circle is the reference. So divide the prime circle into 6 equal number of parts. So next, similarly for return stroke also, divide this 80 degree into 6 equal parts. So from each number draw a tangential line like this. From each number draw a tangential line to this offset circle or small circle. Okay, so from each number draw a tangential line to the small circle. So this is for out stroke. Similarly, same procedure is followed for the return stroke. Okay, from each number we have to draw the tangent lines. So next is we have to locate the cutting points, right? So we have got all the lines which is passing through the uh, each divisions. Then we have to locate the cutting points. So to locate the cutting points, we are going to use the displacement diagram. See, this is not as per the scale, just for the reference. I have considered the displacement diagram once again, same displacement diagram once again. So now here along the horizontal line we have the numbers 0 to 6 for outstroke. Similarly for return stroke 6 to 0, right? So these are the cutting points A, B, C, D, E, F. So which are located along the vertical lines of each divisions, right? So measure 1 to A from the displacement diagram and transfer the same thing onto this cam profile. Okay, so that is the first cutting point. Similarly, measure 2 to B, transfer here, then measure 3 to C, transfer here, then 4 to D, then 5 to E, 6 to F. So similar procedure is followed for the return stroke. So measure 1 to A, then 2 to B, 3 to C, 4 to D, and 5 to E, 6 to F. So once we mark all the cutting points on the each divisions of outstroke and return stroke, then next step is we have to draw roller follower. We have to locate the roller follower on each cutting points. So this is first one. Next, on each cutting points we have to locate the, or we have to draw the rollers whose radius is equals to 7 centimeters. So like this. So draw circles or rollers on each cutting points. So once we draw the rollers on each cutting points, then using smooth curve we have to draw the cam profile, so which is a tangent to the circles like this. So we have to draw the cam profile like this, so it should be tangent to the circles. So this represent the cam profile. So next we have to calculate the maximum velocity and the acceleration. So before that we need to calculate omega value. Omega is equals to 2 pi n by 60. The speed given is 1000 rpm. Therefore in place of n substitute 1000 and simplify this. Therefore we got omega is equals to 104.71 radians per second. So first one is outstroke is by SHM. So for this case, the maximum velocity formula is VO is equals to pi omega s divided by 2 theta O. Substitute omega s and theta O values. So omega we got 104.71, whereas the stroke is 40 mm, therefore 40 into 10 to the power of minus 3. And theta O, outstroke angle is 120, it is in degree, we have to convert it into radians, therefore multiply pi by 180. So after simplification, we got maximum velocity during outstroke is 3.14 meter per second. Next, maximum acceleration. The formula to find the maximum acceleration during outstroke is AO is equals to pi square omega square s divided by 2 theta square O. Substitute omega s and theta O values, then simplify it. So after simplification, we got acceleration 493.47 meter per second square. Similarly, return stroke is by uniform acceleration and retardation motion. So for this case, maximum velocity formula is VR, V suffix R, which represent maximum velocity during return stroke, is equals to 2 omega s divided by theta R. So after substituting omega s and theta R values, simplify it. Therefore, we got uh, maximum velocity during return stroke 6 meter per second. So next one, maximum acceleration during return stroke. Formula is AR is equals to 4 omega square s divided by theta R square. So after substituting the values of omega s and theta R, simplify it. So we got a 900 meter per second square. So the maximum acceleration during return stroke. So this is next problem. So the statement of the problem is the following data refers to a cam profile used to lift a knife edge follower. So the type of follower is knife edge follower. So through 25 mm, which is nothing but stroke length. So stroke length given is 25 mm. The follower gets lifted to its maximum position for 60 degree of cam rotation. This is nothing but rise or outstroke angle theta O. Then it remains in lifted position for next 45 degree, which is nothing but first dwell. Dwell value is given 45 degree of cam rotation, and retains to its original position during next 75. Retains to its original position is nothing but return stroke, which is 75 degree of cam rotation. Follower is required to be lifted with UARM, that is uniform acceleration retardation. That is during outstroke it is UARM, whereas during return it is expected to follow SHM, that is simple harmonic motion. So please note this, because here outstroke is by UARM, return is by SHM. So draw the cam profile and find maximum velocity during lift of a follower, maximum acceleration during return of the follower. If minimum radius of cam, which is nothing but base circle radius is 30 mm, the follower axis is eccentric by 6 mm. So this is not the radial follower, this is eccentric one, towards the right, and even position also given. Cam is rotating uniformly with 250 rpm. Speed is given, and let us assume it is rotating in a clockwise direction. So next we have to extract the given data. So these are important data. That is stroke length is 25 mm, theta O 60 degree, first dwell is 45 degree, return stroke is 75 degree. So we have determined this theta d2, that is second dwell, by subtracting 360 degree by adding all these values. So we got theta d2 180 degree. So first step is we have to draw the displacement diagram. So for that, let us consider a suitable scale. Now that is 1 centimeter is equals to 20 degree. So therefore theta O becomes 3 centimeter, theta d1 becomes 2.25 centimeter, theta r becomes 3.75 centimeter, and theta d2 9 centimeter. So first draw the two parallel horizontal lines whose distance is equals to 25 mm, because stroke length given is 25 mm. Therefore we have to draw the two parallel horizontal line whose distance is equals to 25 mm. Then we have to divide these horizontal lines into different stroke. The first one is take 3 centimeter, draw the horizontal line. Next one is first dwell, which is 2.25 centimeter. From here measure 2.25 centimeter, draw another vertical line. So next one is 3.35 centimeter return stroke. Last one is a second dwell, which is 9 centimeter. So this is not as per the scale, just a representation, but while drawing in exam, take suitable scales. As per the scale only, you have to draw the displacement diagram as well as cam profile. So once we split this horizontal lines into different stroke, then we have to name each stroke. So this is our out stroke, which is 60 degree. This is a theta d1 45 degree, return stroke 75 degree, and second dwell, which is 180 degree. Next one is we have to split this, or we have to split this out stroke and return stroke by 6 equal number of parts, like this. Okay, then we have to identify the type of follower. For out stroke it is UARM, for return stroke it is SHM. Therefore from each number draw the vertical lines. Here also in the return stroke draw vertical lines from each number. Okay, since out stroke is by UARM, identify the middle line. So here 3 is the middle line. Split this middle line into 6 equal parts. Okay, then identify the corners. So since it is out stroke or a rise stroke, it has to rise from 0 to maximum level. Therefore these two are the corner points. From each corner point draw the 3 lines. Okay, so this is the first line, which is touching the first number, second line, third line. So this is over. Next identify the, or take the second or opposite corner. From this corner draw first line, second line, and third line. Okay, then we have to identify the cutting points. So this is the first line cutting the first vertical line, therefore this is the cutting point. Second line cutting second vertical line, this is the second cutting point. This is the third cutting point. Fourth one, fifth one, sixth one. So like this we have to mark the cutting points. Then naming, naming should be in the small letters A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay, then use smooth curve, join all the cutting points. So this is the outstroke. Next for dwell, simply draw a horizontal line. So for return stroke, it is by SHM, right? Therefore we have to draw semicircle, then divide this semicircle into same equal number of parts, then draw a line from the center of the circle through each line, each number, because we are dividing this semicircle into 6 parts. Okay, so now from this number draw a horizontal line till it touches the first vertical line. Similarly, from the second division draw a line, horizontal line, till it touches the second vertical line. Then third line, fourth one, fifth one. So wherever these lines cuts the respective vertical lines, they are the cutting points. So this is first cutting point, second cutting point, third one, fourth one, fifth one, and sixth one. So we got the cutting points for a return stroke. Then naming. So next one is we have to draw the profile, displacement profile. Therefore, so draw smooth curve and join all the cutting points. So this is return stroke. Next for dwell, simply draw a horizontal line. So this horizontal line represents the dwell period. So once we draw the displacement diagram, next we have to draw the cam profile. So to draw the cam profile, first we have to identify whether it is a radial follower or offset follower, because there is a slight difference in the procedure. Okay, so first to draw a base circle whose radius is equals to 30, which is given in the problem. Next draw horizontal line. Next, draw a circle, small circle whose radius is equals to 6 mm, because it is offset by 6 mm from the cam axis. Okay, so tangent to this small circle, draw a vertical line in upward direction, because we have to place the follower. Since it is a knife edge follower, we have to locate the knife edge follower which is in, or which is passing through this line, offset line. Okay, so now no need to draw the prime circle, because this is the knife edge follower. So now from the point of contact, this is the follower, from the point of contact to the center of the circle, draw a line. From the point of contact of this follower to the center of the circle, draw a line. Next, we have to divide this circle into different stroke with respect to this line. So first one is 60 degree. So measure 60 degree from this line, dotted line, then draw a line. Next, 45 degree, which is first dwell, measure 45 degree from this line. Next one is 75 degree, measure 75 degree from this line, then draw a line. Okay, so this is outstroke, this is first dwell, this is return stroke, and the remaining portion is second dwell. Now we have to split this outstroke and return stroke by 6 equal parts. So divide this stroke into 6 equal parts. Similarly, for return stroke also we have to divide it by 6 equal parts. Okay, now through these numbers, draw a line tangent to this circle, because this is the offset follower. So through each number, draw a tangent lines to this small circle. Then similarly for a return stroke also, we have to draw the tangent lines. So like this, and extend the line, because we have to mark the cutting points. So once we draw the lines through each number, then we have to locate the cutting points. To locate the cutting points, let us consider the reference of displacement diagram. See, this is the displacement diagram. This is not as per the scale, just for the reference I have taken. But while drawing, you have to consider the proper scale, or whatever the scale, whatever the length you have got in the displacement diagram. Okay, measure the distance from 1 to A and transfer the same thing. Then 2 to B, 3 to C, 4 to D, 5 to E, and 6 to F. Similarly, in the return stroke also, 6 to F, 5 to E, then 4 to D, 3 to C, 2 to B, 1 to A. So like this we have to mark the cutting points. So after marking all the cutting points, then using smooth curve we have to join all the cutting points like this. Using smooth curve, join all the cutting points. So this dark line represent the cam profile. So like this we have to draw the cam profile.